Good evening, Black and Married with Kids. How are you on this Takeover Tuesday? I am Dunamis D, affectionately known to so many as Pastor D, and I am your spiritual leader and life and relationship coach. And I am just so excited to be with you all once again because every time I come before Black and Married Kids, you all think I bless you. But let me tell you something, you all bless me because there's nothing more powerful than a Black man and a woman together, building a legacy for their life, for their family, and their children. Hey, Sonia, how are you? I'm excited about it, and we got a hot topic for tonight. For those of you all who may not know, or you've just seen me for the first time, I am Dunamis D, and I am the founder of Dunamis Women Enterprise, LLC. And I work very, very closely with my daughter, Ariel Fuller, and we work together, as a matter of fact, that we may bring guidance and mentorship and coaching and prayer and leadership to women of faith, spiritually mature women who wants to experience a healing power of God in their soul. Hey, Autumn, how are you? And that's exactly what we do. We've been on this quest to reach the hearts of women that they may be healed in the depths of their soul, so they may be able to be the woman that God made them to be. And everything around her she touches, and everybody she comes in contact with, they are immensely blessed by that same power. Hey, Erica, which is Dunamis. So if you all do not know what Dunamis is, it's a Greek term that literally means a miracle itself. And in that miracle has been given, you have been given us power, you've been given strength, you've been given a miraculous force and a might that you can be able to produce anything that God has given you to produce. However, we have went through so much pain, but in that pain is our power. In our pain is our power. So I'm excited about being with you all, Janice and Jolie and Erica and all the women. And I want you all to share this. Let's not be selfish. Let's not be secretive. Let's share this with other women, because we as women, we have a great responsibility. We didn't know all what this entailed, and we still don't know. Trust me, every day we have been given an opportunity to walk this earth and to breathe. We are learning more and more and more about who we were created to be. But when we came out of our mother's womb, nobody told us it was going to be like this. Nobody told us we're going to have to face all this stuff. Nobody told us really how to do it. And unfortunately, it did not come with a handbook that gave you explicit instructions. But that's why I love living a life of spirituality, because as I evolve and as I grow, and that's what spirituality is about, you learn. And you don't learn just about life, but more so you learn about yourself. You learn about who you are. And the best thing that we can be is the woman that he created us to be. So I want to thank Lamar and Ronnie Tyler for this opportunity. I've always given them recognition and kudos, because without them, it would be no Black and Married with Kids. And I really respect them and honor them for having a vision and having an idea that consisted of you and that consisted of me, which is giving us this opportunity right now. So I want to say, hey, kudos, because as a Black man and a Black woman who stepped out on faith and who had an idea and a vision and they acted upon it, that's what it's all about, that we may impact lives. And that's exactly what they do here on Black and Married with Kids. They impact lives. If you all agree with me that they are impacting your life here on Black and Married with Kids, just go on and type on that impact. It's just write impact, because that impact, boy, it will come hard, but you know what? It comes to shape and shift your life. So everybody who comes on Black and Married Kids who are affiliated with Ronnie and Lamar, they are actually impacting lives as well. So I'm grateful to be here. But I want to give you all some nuggets today. We have just come off of our 10-day Healing for My Soul challenge, you all. And we dealt strictly with betrayal and rejection. And I don't know if any of you all was on the challenge. If you was there, just let me know, hey, you was on the challenge, you experienced it, what it did for your life. But we're going to still continue to move forward. We have some things after the fact for you. But this challenge shifted so many women. And we're still coming off of a high. We're still coming down, but we're still also dealing with some things. And the main thing that we're dealing with now is not the fact that we have been betrayed and not the fact that we have been rejected, but it's the fact of why that happened to us in many facets. It's not just in a man and a woman relationship, but the greatest impact of any betrayal is definitely when you have been impacted by love and when that love has been challenged. And you all, not only, has we as women been challenged, we can't go on this selfish boat here. Our men, have been damaged. They have been hurt. Their hearts have been bruised, just like ours have. If you all agree, just say, hey, I agree. It's the truth. And so we can't go on our little soapbox and say, oh, and play the victim. And we don't want them to go on their soapbox and play the victim either. But we want to come and be healed. That's the whole point, because as a Black people, we have been facing some bruises and some challenges and betrayals just from the fact of from our historical standpoint. So we're still gaining a whole lot of momentum back for our life and our legacy to grow greater and greater and greater. And I firmly believe, now this is what I firmly believe. Hey, Natasha, I firmly believe that God have some wealthy Black men and women in this earth right here for Black and Married with Kids. I just don't believe that Black and Married with Kids is just here to be here. You know what I'm saying? I believe Black and Married with Kids, that's particularly connected with a Lamar and Ronnie Tyler, with two power pack leaders like that. You are destined for greatness. You are destined for generational covenant wealth. And it's just not about money, but it's about your life. Hey, Billy, it's about your legacy. It's about us growing greater and greater, that our children and our grandchildren and our great-great-great-great-grandchildren will experience what we have worked to leave for our life and our legacy. And that's why you all, healing is so important. Healing is so important. Hey, Bernice, how are you? And healing is very, very important. For all of you all who jumped on, I just want to introduce myself. You may not know me, but I am Dunamis D, Pastor D, and I'm a spiritual life and relationship coach. And I have been, oh my God, impacting the lives of men and women for over 30 years now in this vein and the capacity. However, I just took a time and a moment, maybe 10 or 12 years ago, to found Dunamis Woman Enterprise, LLC. And that's what our whole mission is to do, is to ignite the power within your heart and within your soul, that you may experience the healing power of God. And how do you do that? Through coaching, through somebody coupling up with you in prayer, by you understanding your greatness and who you are, by having true mentorship, not from a religious standpoint, but really looking at your heart as the woman that you are. And you are powerful, you are great, you are dunamis, So tonight, I understand that there's a lot of wives out there, you know what I mean? We have some people that are married and yeah, some people who are unmarried. But I really want to enlighten you on 5 ways that wives can actually bring healing to the heart of their husband without making them feel weak. You know what I'm saying? Without making them feel weak. You all, our men, who have taken on the honor and the position. And that's why I honor men who have taken that commitment as a husband, because there's a lot of men out here who they want to be player. They don't want to be committed. But for the woman and the wife and the man and the husband who have joined forces, our men have a lot of things out there hitting them. They have a lot of things in our society, particularly our Black men. Okay, let me just keep it real. I'm just going to keep it real. I try to be a little dignified because I'm not on my own platform, but I'm going to really keep it real. Our Black men are taking some hits out there because this system of this world, our society, it's always dealing with some inferiority and intimidation of our Black men. So the system of this world has not been really designed for them to prosper the way that God has created them to prosper. That's why I really have a great respect for all the entrepreneurs and Lamar and Ronnie and how they join forces to build that legacy, because they are generating what God has given them to generate. And so they can, so shall you. So when they go out there, you all, no matter what, they're experiencing a lot of hits. Now, I'm a little old school. Okay, I come from old school. I come from mothers and mothering, spiritual mother, natural mother, where I was taught to make a man's home his castle. Okay, when a man come home, he shouldn't have any riffraff. When a man come home, he shouldn't have a whole lot of arguments, and he should have peace. He should have serenity. This is his castle. This is where the king come home, and he could be able to put his feet up, and he could be able to experience the healing power of God throughout his atmosphere. He can experience that exudes through his beautiful wife, through his beautiful woman that he chose. And so when he has made that choice, I believe the man made a wise choice, you all, when he chose you. The man in my life made a wise choice when he chose me, you know. So they are some wise men because he saw something in you. And what he saw in you, whether he recognized it or not, that something is that dunamis. Okay, everybody write that in there. Dunamis, Dunamis, dunamis. He saw the dunamis. Everybody say he saw the dunamis. Now you got to know what that is. You gotta learn what that is. You have to become that dunamis woman because it's so spiritually enforced. It's spiritually endowed. You can't touch it. You know, you can't comprehend it with your head. So that's why I talk about the heart so much, because dunamis hits the heart. Okay, and that's why when we've been betrayed, when we've been rejected, when we've been bruised, it don't come to hit our head. It comes to hit our heart. Now, because it hits our heart, whether you the man or whether you the woman, it still is going to penetrate your heart where it will change your thinking, okay? Because that's the deepest seat of your emotions. But as the woman, now you all know if you've been on here, I've been talking so much about the woman, not a woman, the woman. Because when you have been assigned, oh, I want you to listen to what I'm saying. When you have been assigned to that husband, the man, when you have been assigned and God placed those children in your womb, that child, no matter how many you have, and they came out of your womb, consider that an assignment. When God permitted the sperm to hit your egg, and that sperm and egg came together to produce life, which also it came to produce you as well, do you know that was dunamis? Do you know that was an assignment? So in other words, you can't get away from it because it was spiritually assigned. Now, many people abort their assignment. But because you abort that assignment, don't mean you, with that person in the natural, don't mean you've aborted the assignment spiritually. So what I'm here to do is to give you 5 nuggets, 5 ways that you're going to have to pursue to learn more. You're going to have to pursue to seek it out even the more. But at least it'll lay a foundation. And how can you seek that out? How can you get that more information? Well, I have a gift for you. All you got to do is order it. It's in my prayer book, How to Pray with Power on Purpose. And guess what? I'm giving it to you for free. All you get, see, nobody will give you gift. All you got to do is pay for the shipping and handling, you know, and that's because the U.S. Postal Service mandates that. But that's not my doing. What I'm doing is giving that to you for free, because what I'm going to give you tonight in that is going to be some more nuggets that can help cultivate that can help ignite that power. Okay, so the first one I want to give you is pursue. Pursue your healing for your own soul. The woman can't give to anyone what she does not have herself, and that's healing. Pursue. Why do we expect something from men that we can expect from ourselves? Why do you expect something from the man that you can expect from yourself as the woman? So I really want to admonish you, pursue your healing. And in that free prayer book, you're going to hear more. You're going to hear more and more about how to do that. That's why it's a how-to tool. How to pray with power on purpose. How to, and it's going to shift your whole paradigm and your whole mindset about really what prayer is. Okay. Number 2. Okay. I want you to learn how to listen. When the man speak, we typically, as women, particularly when we haven't been healed in certain areas of our soul. Now, all of us have been damaged. You can't deny that, okay? But when you've been unhealed in certain areas of your soul, do you know you will hear out of your damaged places? So that's why it goes back to the healing of pursuing it. So when the man speaks, sometimes his words can hit us in those damaged places, and we will take it in our head and not digest it in our heart. So I want you to listen with your heart and not your head. Listen with your heart and not your head. Remember, I told you this is spiritual. And spiritual things deal with the heart. It don't deal with the head, okay? It deals with the heart. And that's why healing is such a vital necessity. And that's why this prayer book, you got to get it. It's for free. I'm going to ship it right out to you because it will give you those nuggets. Number 3 goes back to what I just said. Pray without ceasing. How do you know how to do that for the man? How do you know? I put it in the book. It's based upon who you are and not what you do every day. Many people, I love to teach about prayer because it's one of the mistaught and misunderstood subjects from a spiritual perspective. Okay, so it's not about what to do, it's about how to do it with specificity for your life, not just for the man, but first of all, for you being a dunamis woman, the woman. Okay, and then the fourth one is, oh, I love this one, you all. I hope y'all ready for this one. How can you bring healing to the heart of the man in your life, particularly your husband? Authority. Allow him to walk in his authority. Do you know his dominion is first his home? And I have been coaching, oh my God, couples as well as women for over 30 years from a spiritual perspective. And it grieves me how many men cannot live and walk in the dominion in their own home. They are so subdued. They are so walking timidly to just have some peace. Okay, that's why you all, goes back to healing. It goes back to healing the heart of who you are. It goes back to understanding who you are as the woman, because the man, when he walks in his dominion and authority, do you know he covers you and his children? Authority is your covering. The woman represents the man with her power. That's dunamis. But the man covers his wife and his children in his authority. So if the enemy can anyway get him from walking in his authority and his dominion, it can wreak havoc in your family. It can wreak havoc in your life. Now, I guess you could say, well, everything is going well with me now. I ain't got no problems. Well, see, that's the key about spiritual. We all have an enemy that we contend with, and he lies in wait for the most opportune time, and it will catch you off guard. That's why, from a spiritual perspective, I love to come on here on Takeover Tuesdays, because I'm operating from a preventive measure when I give you these topics, as opposed to a intervention aspect. Many of us want things to happen and then we want intervention, but we want to be proactive and have prevention in our lives, particularly for our life and legacy. So when I say allow the man, the black man, oh, come on now, to walk and live in his authority and be the covering of your life just by who he is. You all know, I raised kids, okay? Married, raised them, and we could be at home, sit down, frustrating, hollering, sit down, da-da-da, and let the man pull up in the driveway. He ain't even got to come in the house. He just put, everything just cease. Why? That's authority, you all. That's authority. So don't buck up against that. See, and healing permits that. Healing welcomes that. Healing celebrates that. Healing brings your life tranquility just because of who he is, you all. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. And the last one I want to give you for tonight, because I could go on and on and on about this, but it's so rich and it's so deep, and my time is limited compared to the depthness of what I can teach you and coach you on how to do it. But as I stated, get the book, because you're going to get some powerful tools, and it's right there for free. But the last one I want to give you that I know is going to blow your mind. When you bring healing to a man, the man in your life, when you bring healing to his heart as his wife, is when you respect him. Respect him. Let me tell you something. I've been married, blended families, okay, black man. I had quite a few of them, to be perfectly honest with you. But even when they mistreated me, even when they abused me emotionally, I've had one physically too, even when he cussed me out and called me a name, okay, even when he stepped out of the marriage, all right, when he came home and he put that key in the door, he didn't get nothing but respect. See, that's why healing is so important. Now, I had to pursue my healing in order to do that. I had to pursue it from an emotional, spiritual standpoint, okay? I knew the art and the skill of what I put in this book, How to Pray with Power and Purpose. I didn't write it because I read it in a textbook. I wrote this power tool because it gave me so much ability strength, and power to execute. So I wrote this book because I wanted every woman who is willing, every woman who wants to become a dunamis woman, to not only do what I did, but experience what I experienced. And no matter what you receive, you're going to give what is required. Oh, I want to say that again before I end this, okay? The woman who is the wife to the man who honors the husband that God gave her, she will give him what he requires, which is respect, in spite of what he gives her and what she received. The man will have healing in his heart to give you what you require when you respect him. Men require respect. Women require love. Okay? They don't care about saying, "Oh, I love you, baby. I love you, baby." We like that stuff. Okay? We want to hear, "Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you." We want to hear that. What they want is the respect, and they show their love. They demonstrate their love. They do those things. So I really want to admonish you. Be the woman that you was required to be. Be the woman that you were made to be. Be the woman that God has assigned you to be for your life and your legacy. And I want you to do that. And I want you to implement all of these things that I told you. And I guarantee you that you will see the change that you need for your life, for your relationship, for your legacy, and for your marriage. Now go and order that book. Get your free copy of How to Pray with Power on Purpose, written by me, Pastor D, okay? And utilize these tools, okay? And implement them, because the way I can guarantee it is because not only did I write it, but I wrote it because I experienced the dunamis, the healing power of God in my life, and it made everything else that I just told you of all effect, all right? You ain't gonna get nothing but the power of God. All right. You all have a blessed evening. I thank you. Share this with someone. Tell them you got to go look at it. Bless somebody else. Get that book. I'll send it out to you. I'll autograph it for you. And I want you to be immensely blessed. Not only yourself as the woman, but y'all bless the man. Get that husband, okay? And let him see really who you are. Have a good one. Talk soon. You are welcome, Linda. Thank you, Shanita, and all of you all.